Welcome back to another episode of John the PM, where we believe that managing projects is not just a job, but a way of life. Just real briefly, I'd like to just talk through why is a PMP so valuable, that certification, on those areas. One is because whether we like it or not, the world that we're going to be going into, or that we currently are in, is a project-based world on that side. And honestly, from a career perspective, I would prefer to be on project side. Why? Okay, so if you just go back to your workstation and just ask yourself, what part of my job is operational based? What part of my job is project based? If it's operational based, meaning that it's a homogeneous teams, kind of the same kind of work. It's kind of like the heartbeat of an organization. It's a lot of times on autopilot, things of that nature. It is easily automated. And yes, the robots are coming. They're already here. AI and all those other great tools. Awesome. In those pieces. But I would dare say that it will, greatly impact those that are on the operational side of the business on that side versus, say, the project side. So that has been going on for a number of years ago. In fact, when I transitioned out of the service several years ago, I was all excited, came into work, ready, roaring to go and everything. And my second tier boss, he sits the mound and says, John, we like you. We love you. We think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm just like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But we don't want your creativity or your ingenuity. We just want you to simply run the business. I was like, hmm. But you know what? At that point in time, he was about right. Projects were something that didn't really come up that often, and when it did, it really required a lot of energy to kind of like get them going. Normally, it was an entire systems change, things of that nature, in those areas. Nowadays, you can't help but things changing, and a lot of that's based on technology. What do I mean? If you go into Best Buy right now, or any major consumer electronics store, the merchandise changes every 30, 60, 90 days. So the business cycle, therefore, changes very, very rapidly on that side. And it's because of that rapidity that you have the need for projects because everything's always changing. So you always got to reconfigure, reshape, do something, react on those areas. So that's where project managers kind of come into play. This is just a real quick interruption here. I know that you're enjoying yourself on that fascinating show within the world of managing projects, but just wanted to let you know that we do have books on sale, and this particular one is called The Project Manager's Quick Start Guide. I think it is an outstanding read. Why? Because, well, I wrote it. But on a serious note, it is really meant for those who are brand new in the world of managing projects, or let's say that you're mentoring a young individual, a young go-getter, and they have the very, very first project and you want to set them up for success. This is the book for you. Down in the description notes, you can go ahead and order at your will. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Where else do projects, or why else do project, or let me say it a different way. What is other proof that projects is increasing? A lot of people remember Flint River. Some people may remember the condos in Florida. Some people may remember Jackson, Mississippi. Although the infrastructure, with the waters and things of that nature, sewer lines, whatever may be case, crumbling buildings. A lot of people would like to say, "Oh, that's them people," in that regards. The reality is that major utilities have a life of 75 years or so. So if they were put in 1900, 1910, it's 1985 to 75 years. Now we're in 2024. You're past 100 years on that. So eventually, all that infrastructure pieces across the country is going to have to be replaced on that side. So again, and that's just we're just really talking about construction. We haven't even talked about technology or cultural changes or anything of that nature. So again, the need for projects is going to increase tremendously. The last 3 or 4 people that I've talked to, in regards to their jobs and mentoring and things of that nature, they've indicated to me that when they take on this new role, whatever the role is, we'll use chief of staff for now. That one of their jobs is managing the projects across the entity, on those places. So it's becoming much, much more happenstance. The PMP relative to military service members is probably one of the very, very few credentials where you can use to work immediately at your workstation, at your command, with your leadership and things of that nature. And they'll get benefits from it right then and there. And you can take it with you when you exit on those aside. For those in the private sector already, it is just a credential that provides an outstanding signal to your corporate that you are willing to take charge of your career, of your life, and deliver outstanding work for them on those pieces. So again, the PMP, one of the most valuable credentials that an individual can have, not just on a career-wise, for sure, but also because it helps them to do their job better. And by doing their job better, you will elevate yourself throughout your life on that side. Thank you. I appreciate it. Glad that you were able to listen in. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button to subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. It helps us to help you. Thank you and have a great day.